everybody, it's Sharon for Just Fishing. I want to welcome you back to my YouTube channel, and a big hi to all the new subscribers I recently gained. And today I am going to do a bit of review, kind of unboxing. It's already unboxed actually, but a bit of a review of a toy I just purchased. I'm justifying this as an early birthday gift because of the cost, alright? What it is this right here. It is a Zebco Pro 3 spin casting reel. I've been wanting to get a spin casting reel for some time because that's how I learned to fish over 50 years ago, was using a spin casting reel. And actually there's a lot of people that like to use them. Now this reel has always had a stigma to it, and that stigma is that it's the kiddie's reel, or if you're using a spin casting reel it's because you're not a very good angler, you're very inexperienced. That's not true. This is a reel coming in back into its own again. The technology being used today to make these reels is way ahead of what it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and certainly 50 years ago when I had my first one, which by the way was a $6 combo from Kmart when we had Kmart stores here in Canada. It was a 6-foot fiberglass rod with a spin casting reel, loaded with, I think, 6-pound test. It came with a small tackle box of terminal tackle, some J-hooks, some split shots, and those round red and white floats. That was how I first started out, on a dock somewhere up in Muskoka now. I can't even remember where it was. So I remember those days, and I thought, I'd like to go back. I'd like to try a spin casting reel, especially some of the new ones with the technology. Now, the one I originally wanted was the Zebco reel. You've probably heard about that. That's the fastest spin casting reel there is on the market. Matter of fact, its speed is compatible to a low profile bait casting reel. But taxes in Canadian dollars, it was over $200, and I thought, no, I really can't spend that type of money on a reel right now. But this one, when I did my homework, I'm going to tell you right now, this wasn't cheap either, but it wasn't as expensive as the Bullet. This Zebco Omega 3 cost me, altogether taxes in, $100 Canadian. Yeah, $100 Canadian for a spin casting reel. But hey, why not? You only live once, eh? So let's take a look at what we've got in the box here. I've opened the box up so we can see it. Here we have the reel. We have the spare handle, the double grip handle. And we also have, on this side here, what they call a quick release, a speed spool or something. It's the second spool for this reel. It comes pre-spooled with 10-pound test cage and monofilament line, and there's your spare spool in the box there, a replacement spool. So I'm going to take it out, and we'll take a look at some of the specs of this. Let me just put this over here. Take a look at some of the specs on this reel. This reel is certainly a lot lighter than its predecessors. This is something that Zebco and all the manufacturers actually listen to people who like to use this reel. One of the reasons why they didn't use it that much is because it was very heavy. And if you remember the older ones, they were quite, after a while, you know, your arm would get quite tired using a spin casting reel. These reels are now made of aircraft aluminum and stainless steel workings, and they're about 20 to 25% lighter than their old counterparts. So that's something Zebco has certainly listened to. So specs on this particular reel is it's got a capacity of 85 yards monofilament. Now remember, it's mainly monofilament is only used in spin casting reels. It doesn't work well with fluorocarbon because it's too dense, and certainly not very well with braided. Those are left for bait casters and maybe your spin reel. But spin casters are designed to work with monofilament line. This has got an 85% capacity. So does the Pro 2, which is a 6-pound test reel. That's also 85% capacity. It comes with the speed crank or handle attached. You have in the box, as I showed before, you have this one, which is your double gripped handle. So you get two different types of handles, whatever turns your crank. The handles are equipped with really nice soft rubber grips, so that you can get a good grip on. Not that hard plastic where you can your hand, if it's wet or fish gutty, it could slip off. Same with your button on the back of the reel here. Nice. It's very well ergonomically designed. It's easy to push. It's comfortable. It's soft, and you're less chance of your thumb slipping off the back as you're casting. The cover is made of aircraft aluminum, so it's incredibly light. The handle, of course, can be switched from one side of the reel to the other depending on whether you want to be a lefty or a righty. We have the internal drag system on this reel. All right, so that's this dial right here. Left to increase your, left to decrease the drag, right to increase the drag. All right, and you'd use that with your when you're on your, it's your thumb that you would use to manipulate the drag system. So let's take a look on the inside here. I'm just going to pull the line out. Now this is the reel. If you remember the video I did last year, which is playing in the background here, this is the reel that you must have the cover on for it to work. All right, otherwise it doesn't work. It's not designed. The cover helps handle the line on and off the spool. So here's the bail collar. This collar has 3 of these pickup pins you see here. 1, there's another one there, 2, and there's the 3rd one. And these pickup pins are what picks up the line and wraps it around the spool, which is located just underneath here. The more pickup pins you have on the bail collar, the greater the return on your line is. This reel has a 19-inch return, which means for every 1 crank of this handle, it brings in 19 inches of your fishing line. Now the gearing ratio on this spool is 3.6 to 1. That simply means that for every 1 complete turn of this crank, this bail collar will rotate 3.6 times. All right. The other thing about this reel, let's just put this cap back on, is that there's 7 bearings. Mainly casting reels come with maybe at the most 4. Some of the cheaper ones 1, but this is 7. It's actually got 6 plus 1. Has continuous anti-reverse because it's being a casting reel. The handle will only have the bail and will only ever go one way, so it doesn't go opposite. The bearings are stainless steel, so they will not rust. It has a worm gear for the drag system, which is the same type of drag system that is used in a bait casting reel. So this is a very well made reel. So yes, it was worth $100 that I paid for it. I can't wait to get it out and try it out. According to the reviews from other anglers, they say it's a very smooth casting reel and a very smooth retrieve as well, and it's quite capable of handling the larger fish. I think some people said that one guy said he caught a 5-pound bass, another one said he caught a 7-pound bass. So it's a very sturdy, well-built reel. So this is the Zebco Omega Pro 3, equipped, loaded with a 10-pound test line. The Pro 2 is the one for the 6-pound test if you want to use a lighter line. Comes with 2 handles, the double handle and the speed handle, and also it comes with a spare spool, what they call a quick change spool with more fishing line on it. It's fully spooled with 10-pound test monofilament. It's called Cajun line because of the color, because it's red. All right, and so there she is, my birthday present to me. That's how I justify spending $100 on a fishing reel, I tell you. All right, so the next time, hopefully, I'll get to use this thing and you'll see this in action, and hopefully we can christen it with a decent-sized fish. So in the meantime, I want to thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. I want to thank those that have just come on board as new subscribers. And of course, I'm going to continue with my shout-outs at the end of the video for people that subscribe to me that I subscribe back to. Give them a thumbs up, check them out, see what they're doing. And until the next time, hopefully we're out fishing soon. This is Sharon for Just Fishing Tight Lines.